Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Welcome to your Friday night and the weekend here that is kicking off for many of you. And kicking off on a quiet note here locally, it's going to get chilly. Clear skies out there, going to allow for temperatures to really fall off. We're already down to 34 in Champaign right now. I actually think the 20s will be pretty easy for us to hit by tomorrow morning. As we look at your evening planner, temperatures are going to quickly be cooling off here to these lower 30s. Those 20s again to start. We've got an interesting weekend ahead. We've got a lot of rain. We've got thunderstorms. We've got winds of maybe 50 miles an hour. We'll talk more about when to expect all of it when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Not just one deadly shooting, but now 2 in 24 hours. We have the latest on both. Plus, we've already had a stay-at-home order once this year when the governor says there's a good chance it could happen again.
And cities and counties aren't the only things cracking down as cases rise. What hospitals are now doing.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
We have breaking news right off the top tonight. Champaign police are investigating a second deadly shooting in less than 24 hours.
It happened this afternoon just after 3 o'clock. Police responded to the area of Hill and 3rd Streets, where a caller reported a gunshot victim inside of a car. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live at the scene. So, Courtney, what's going on out there?
Well, Jennifer, a very active scene out here this evening, and if you look behind me, I'll step out of the way, you can see the crime scene vehicle that police are standing around. Someone near here who said that they knew the man who was found dead in the car said that his vehicle, the vehicle that he was in, rather, is behind that crime scene unit vehicle. I don't know that. I haven't confirmed that with police, but that's what someone here who said they knew him told me. They said he was in his late 20s, early 30s. They didn't have much else to share with me, but they said, police said the caller called them around 3:22 this afternoon and said they saw this man dead inside a vehicle, and it appears to have been between those two homes here at the corner of Hill and 3rd in Champaign. They said that it was possible he was in that vehicle. A neighbor, rather, said it was possible he was in that vehicle for some time, but they didn't realize that he was dead. So they called police this afternoon and said it looked like he may have suffered a gunshot wound, but we haven't confirmed any more information with police, no arrests, or more information about what led to the shooting. Again, we'll be staying here at the scene to try to bring you any more information that we receive. But again, police are still actively investigating here, investigating this as a homicide, that man who was found dead inside his vehicle. For now, live in Champaign, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Courtney, thank you. And we're learning more about a 16-year-old who was shot and killed last night. It happened on Eureka Street by 6th in Champaign. Police say Jerriante Brown was inside a home in that area when someone shot into the house and hit him. When police got to the scene, they heard more shots, but they don't think anyone else was hit. Brown was taken to the hospital, but later died. We talked to a man who knew Brown through the midnight basketball program.
I was devastated, again, because I feel like this happens way too often in our community. Any life lost is unnecessary, especially when it's lost to gun violence.
Brown went to Central High School. A crisis team is available for students there who need it. Police haven't made any arrests in that shooting.
The Piatt County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding a missing woman from Cerro Gordo. 48-year-old Tracy Schaefer was reported missing by her family. She was last seen Tuesday. Her family says she needs medical attention. She was last seen driving a blue Pontiac. There's more information about how you can help at WCIA.com. Today's other big story, Governor Pritzker making it clear if something doesn't change soon, another mandatory stay-at-home order could take effect.
The number of COVID cases in the state is growing exponentially with no signs of slowing down. And now local businesses are preparing for the worst. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey is live in Springfield for us. Cole, that would be another nightmare for small businesses if they have to shut down again.
That's right. The last time that a stay-at-home order went into effect, it all happened very quickly. Now these businesses are just having to slowly watch the numbers go up just like everybody else, and possibly watch them get to a point where the governor says that he may not have any avenues left. The governor said that some form of a mandatory stay-at-home order is one of those tools he still has left in the toolbox, but he hasn't said exactly what type of businesses could be forced to shut down this time around. But that isn't stopping businesses like Willow and Birch Salon in Springfield from being worried.
For us, we're looking at what is typically our busiest season of the year. You know, the holidays is a huge time to get your hair done, purchase gifts for loved ones. So it's definitely a little defeating to think that we could be going back down that path.
Right now, the state is just asking people to stay at home. The governor is asking people to not gather for private events and to work remotely if possible. The Illinois Department of Public Health is also asking people to maybe rethink those traditional holiday and Thanksgiving plans that are coming up. Jennifer.
All right. Thank you so much. The governor also announced he will be extending the state's eviction moratorium for another month. It will require tenants to enter into a written agreement with their landlords that will help landlords keep track of tenants who might be trying to take advantage of the situation. New tonight, the schools in the Catholic Diocese of Peoria will be going full remote starting Monday. The 42 schools will stay that way through January 18th. That includes St. Thomas More and Schlarman High Schools. There will be no sports or extracurricular events at the school during this time.
Here's a look at today's COVID numbers statewide. A staggering day for positive tests. Health officials are reporting more than 15,400 new cases. State also saw a record high of one-day testing, over 106,000 tests performed. The state's positivity rate over the last 7 days also continues to climb, now at 14.5%. 27 more people have died. That includes 1% each in Macon and Sangamon counties. More than 10,500 people have died in Illinois because of coronavirus. In Champaign County, 2 more people have died from COVID-19. 2 women, one in her 80s, the other in her 90s. There have been 39 deaths in the county. 10 have come in the last week. Now, trustees at Eastern Illinois University have reached an agreement with the University of Illinois for COVID-19 testing. It brings the U of I saliva-based testing to EIU's campus. It'll start in the spring semester. A trustee today said they are covering the estimated $310,000 cost with grants. As of last week, the university had run more than 3,000 tests since July.
Because of the rise in cases, Carl is not letting most visitors inside. That started today and will keep going until cases go down. Carl says they have 71 COVID-19 patients at their Urbana hospital. That's the highest ever for them. It's putting a strain on their staffing and available beds. But that's not the only reason they're changing visitation rules. It's also the trend they're seeing in Champaign County, surrounding counties, and in the country.
It's really just about keeping us as safe as possible. We know that with the numbers going so high, the 71 people in the hospital is just an indication that there's a lot of COVID out there. So the more people that gather, the more chance of spreading COVID. We're trying to help to stop that.
There are exceptions for patients in the ICU, those under 18, or patients who need a support person. They all can get 1 visitor. There are also exceptions for the pediatric unit and for people reaching end of life. Will insurance companies call COVID-19 a pre-existing condition? That debate is still ongoing, but some national groups studying the issue think it is possible. COVID-19 can cause a chronic long-term damage to the body, such as organ damage and fatigue. The Supreme Court during Affordable Care Act debates may decide whether the virus qualifies as a pre-existing condition. They may also weigh in on the limits of that qualification, meaning they could decide if high-risk workers like delivery drivers can have their insurance affected. It'll likely be spring before the court moves on the matter.
A social media campaign is working to help Black-owned businesses in Illinois. How the online challenge works.
Plus this.
Here, you're buying from a person and you're buying from a family.
It's been a hard year for small-town business owners. How they say you can help them stay afloat this holiday season.